G'day, my name's Justin Weaver, and this pest carp is going to be one of the key ingredients to our home brew, which will be Glenelg River bitter, and we're going to use that to increase the biological activity in our soil. We're a predominantly beef cattle operation with a sheep enterprise as well, and we do quite a bit of contract sowing in autumn and in spring. The river is a major aspect of our farm. The water both above and below ground that makes this whole farm function. It's become a massive part of who and what we are. It's been a constant knowledge that there are carp in the river. I got in conversation with Steve Ryan, one of the CMA staff, and had a thought bubble of how's about we turn some of those carp into a fish fertiliser. I got the opportunity working with Vic No-Till Farmers Association to do some training in a bugs and brew workshop. You're trained up to make some biofertilisers and biostimulants, and one of those happens to be fish hydroslate. We could actually take some carp, a pest species, and we could turn them into something that could be really useful on the farm. And one thing led to another, and with the help of Dion from Austral and to the CMA, we've got a pilot project sort of together, and we're going to create a biostimulant out of these Glenelg River carp. It's
often these small scales where farmers are just trying out an idea that they've got that has strong potential to benefit their production but also improve their soil, that the Sustainable Ag program is able to get behind. Our soil is the foundation of all our agriculture, and we really need to be looking at how we can maintain and improve our soils into the future. So any innovations that farmers have that look to be improving soil condition is actually something that the CMA needs to get behind.
Well, carp are a major issue Australia-wide. The way they feed alters the environment around them, so they'll munch through the mud looking for food, but as they do that, they'll be stirring up all that mud and silt into the water column, which continues to benefit carp but is quite detrimental to native fish. So they actually damage aquatic vegetation as well, so they'll pull plants and stuff out of the mud, which is a food source but also habitat for native fish species. By removing carp and preventing that process from unfolding, it can greatly benefit drought refuges. They also just generally, because of the sheer numbers that they can occur in, consume a lot more oxygen in the water, they consume a lot more of the food, they very quickly outcompete native species.
What we're after from a volume perspective is a 200 litre drum will do roughly 20 odd hectares. We need about 80 litres of carp mush, for want of a better term. So we estimate around the 20 to 40 carp, depending on size. Out of this morning's electro-fishing, we should have pretty much a good handle on. There's definitely more farmers in this district and in the wider district using liquid fertilisers, biofertiliser and biostimulant, and doing it yourself sort of aspect. But as far as doing it on farm with fresh material straight out of the river, I dare say we're probably the only ones so far.
The Land Health program and our project, the Sustainable Agriculture program, is really looking at supporting farmers who are looking at innovative practices.
So that's another 20 litres of carp, so there's another 20 litres to go in this batch, and then it's done.
This soil conditioner that Justin's planning to create may work really well, and it may not. We just don't fully understand how soil biology might respond to this, or whether it will respond at all, but it's certainly a project that is worth having a go at. So let's see what happens.
Hopefully this shows that it's easy to do, it's achievable, and well, once we see what what it looks like as far as the reaction at the other end, once we've put it out onto pasture, or hopefully it's something that we can build on in this area. Use a pest species and turn it into something really positive.